Welcome back. This is By the Book, and we're your married relationship coaches. I'm Sent.
I'm Sil.
And today we're talking about Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 8, Clint and Gina.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the first time in Married at First Sight history, there's two couples that don't want to move in with one another.
It's a sad affair.
Right. One of which is Clint and Gina. And I'm going to have to say I'm pretty disappointed in Gina not wanting to move in. It feels like a cop-out to me when she talks about it. I feel like Clint is doing his very best to get over the hump. Mm-hmm. You know, the disaster, that they experienced during the honeymoon. And Gina's just not over it. I think her ego was hurt. Her ego is bruised and it hasn't healed. Mm. And she's carrying that over into them being back home. And I don't think it just has to do with the attraction thing. I honestly think that it has to do with that incident. And she's just not over it, despite the fact that he apologized. And apologies do not always mend everything. Mm-hmm. I get that. But I don't think that she's looking at it fairly, I guess, in a sense, because she refuses to see that what it is that she said could have been offensive to him.
Exactly.
When he obviously took offense to, you could see the offense being taken in real time.
Yes.
And she was delivering the information.
Mm-hmm.
And quite honestly, I don't care if none of the quote unquote gingers that you work with in your salon ever took offense to it. He did. And that's worthy of acknowledging, at least. And she just can't do it.
Exactly.
So that bugs me about her a little bit, because Clint has been more than willing at this point to kind of fall on his sword and make apologies for what he said. He's trying to backtrack as best he can. And Gina, honestly, is still she's in defense mode. She's like, how do you know I'm not an athlete? He's like, well, we talked about it. Like, you're not an athlete. You know, it's nothing wrong with not being an athlete.
Yeah.
You're just not one. Well, I do my HIIT classes and I can do this in the gym. Okay, 26-inch waist. I mean, whatever. Like, whatever the case may be, you are not his body type.
Yes.
Can we accept that and move on?
Mm.
It's okay. You're not everybody's cup of tea. It just doesn't work like that, you know?
Yeah. Well, what did she say? It's not factual or something?
Oh, wait. No. I wrote this down. Hold on. We got to get to it. So she says, weight is an accusation, not a fact. Mm. Those were her literal words. And I'm saying, if there's ever been something factual, it's probably in the numbers, right? Like weight. Yeah. It's pretty factual. Yeah. Save for some variation from scale to scale, it may, be calibrated a little bit differently. Mm-hmm. Like, weight is pretty factual, But point being, he didn't even say weight.
Yes.
So she's in her own head about what this meant. And you can just tell, like, it's weighing on her because she has personal feelings about her size and weight or whatever that don't have anything to do with Clint. Mm-hmm. But she can't get beyond it because she's so overly insulted by what was said. So she doesn't want to move in. And I don't really take her position as making any kind of sense.
No, because she's saying conflicting things.
Yeah, I mean, she's saying they need time to get to know one another, but they can't be in the same place. And it'll be worse for them to live in the same place and sleep in separate bedrooms than for them to live in two separate places entirely.
Yes.
So I don't really understand what it is. And maybe Pastor Cal hit on something when he said, if you're saying you're not going to move in, that's basically a step toward ending everything.
Yes.
Right? And I think that's true.
It was. But she didn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what it was.
Or does she just kind of want to make him pay for it? Is she still trying to, like, stick it to him? And that's like a extra dig and punishment.
You know what? I hope she's not that vindictive. But I certainly wouldn't put it past her at this juncture in their marriage. But I'm definitely getting the vibe of take my ball home. I'm leaving. I'm taking the ball with me.
And now she said that's the type of person she was
Mm-hmm.
when they were on the honeymoon, but then she said she wasn't going to be like that, or she couldn't be like that because they are married. So they're kind of forced to stick it out. But now the moment that you get back home and you would kind of be forced to stick it out, you're taking the route of avoidance.
Yes.
So it's not really working. It was only working because you guys were stuck together in the honeymoon.
Exactly.
Now that you're not technically stuck together, you have someplace else to go while you're in town, which is your own place. That's the option that you want to take. And I mean, hey, they may be incompatible too, just like we talked about Dominique and McKinley. But don't say you're going to try. You can't have one foot in and one foot out of the door.
True.
Make a decision on if you're going to try it or if you're not going to try it. Yeah. And I feel bad for Clint because I do feel like he's regretful for what he said and for what happened and the way that it happened.
Yeah.
And he wants to be able to move on. He's taking these things that she's delivering to him in very good stride and, coming back with a counter position that is positive and I think reaffirming to her. And she won't take it.
Yeah.
So
no, that athletic and slender comment
really dug too deep.
You dug deep, and it opened up a whole lot of insecurity in her. And so you can just see her trying to reaffirm herself, with the 26-inch waist and the athletic. How that whole bit, it was just like it's all for naught. And again, she's very conflicting in what she says. She'll say in one heartbeat, I'm a runner. And then the next heartbeat, she'll say, well, I don't give up either. No. Because
it sounds good when Clint is saying it and she wants to sound good as well.
Yeah.
But she's not living that. So I'll be curious to see. It looks like in the previews that they are trying to throw their joint house party together. So I'll be curious to see if she has a change of heart. I would hate for them to walk away at this point just because I'm invested in the show and I want to see, where it goes and if they can continue. And because I don't think Dominique and McKinley are going to make it, I at least don't want two couples to walk away early. So yeah, I'll be really curious to see if they can do anything to kind of mend these fences. But she really didn't want to listen to Pastor Cal.
No.
Despite what his advice was.
No, and I think him regressing, Pastor Cal, talking about we'll just take it one day at a time. No, I like when he was actually holding her to the fire and basically well, what do you want to do? You want to end this right now? Because we can. There's no sense in kicking the can down the street when you already know pretty much what you want to do.
So do you feel like
it and you're saying it and by your inaction you already know what you're doing.
Do you feel like going forward that couples who don't move in together should be forced to divorce at that point?
I think so.
Like they shouldn't let them stay.
I don't think so. I think that's why? You got on this show, you signed up for the process, but you're not willing to participate in the process in the way it's designed. Now, I don't agree with the process, really, but it is entertaining, so we watch it. But again, I wouldn't sign up for it, but you did. And so Clint had a very good point. We made a commitment. Where is your commitment? And if you can't get over what was said, and after an apology, you're not fit for marriage. I mean, Pastor Cal was basically saying that. Sometimes you got to go through you got to stand, take your medicine like a woman, take your medicine like a man. But we're standing in this thing together. And no matter what you say, no matter what you do, we're going to work this thing out. I may need a half a second to gather my thoughts or to go sulk or to go cry. I may need a half a second, but guess what? We're in this thing. We're going to work it out. Let's make the best of this thing. Let's talk it out. And not being an active participant in that the way she needs to be, that's a sad affair. And you know, nobody can make a marriage by themselves. Nobody. Not and especially Clint. You know, nobody can do it.
Not especially Clint.
Yeah, especially Clint.
I don't know how you guys feel. Let us know how you feel about Clint. But I'm not down on Clint. Like I think that maybe what he said and how he said it and when he said it was regrettable.
Yeah.
At the honeymoon. But outside of that, like, I don't have any issues with Clint.
No, I thought he was going to be another Mitch.
He's not. He's not proving himself.
He's not proving himself to be a total Mitch. You know, he's definitely not. And for her not to extend a little bit of grace and get past her insecurities, shame on you.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's basically all that happened with them. Gina's reluctant to move in, and we'll see where it goes. So let us know your thoughts on that. Do they have any chance? Do you think she's going to change her mind? I really don't know. I just feel like they have so much more there than, say, Dominique and McKinley, that they might as well push through and give it a try. But I could be wrong.
It would be cool. I got a question. How do you all feel about, for this season, what's up with our choices? I mean, because here we have, so far, we got 3 couples with attraction issues and 2 couples that won't even move into the apartment with one another. So, in the words of my wife, Scent, this whole thing is trash. These couples are trash.
It is.
Why did you put them together? Yes. And so, come on. This is first time in Married at First Sight history. 2 couples won't even move in with one another. Then 3 of them are having problems just being attracted to one another.
And apparently, at some point, Clint and Dominique kissed. I can't wait to see where that came from. I don't know. Maybe we should do a sidebar.
We're going to do a sidebar.
We'll speculate on that with you guys, if you will.
Yeah.
Anyway, drop your comments about this couple below. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Bye.